Ellen Simmons for the Rural Radio Network. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and the Nebraska Cancer Coalition is working to encourage Nebraskans to prioritize their health and get screened for colorectal cancer. We're joined today by Rachael, a rural colorectal cancer survivor who was diagnosed at the age of 50. Now, before we get to you, Rachael, a key statistic that we want to touch on of all cancer deaths in people under 50, colorectal cancer is number one in men and number two in women. So, first, Rachael, thanks for joining us. And tell us a little bit about your story and how you were diagnosed with colorectal cancer.
All right. Well, so I am a healthcare provider myself. I am a nurse practitioner, and just in the everyday life, I'm constantly telling people to get their colorectal cancer screening. And I'm one of those people who is in the group that the guidelines changed after we turned 45, but before we turned 50. So I was planning for 50. And so at 50, I decided, well, I probably should just get screened, have no family history. We can just do a Cologuard. But I talked to my PCP, and she is a huge advocate for colonoscopies. She really thinks that that's the best way to go, and that's what we should do. And so I brought it up to her, and she said, yeah, absolutely. And so I wanted to get it done before the end of the year. And so we went round and round and a couple things, and wasn't going to be able to get it done until the next year. But then there was a cancellation. They got me in, and it was great. Went in, got it done, thought everything was fine. After the procedure, the doctor said, hey, there's a spot that looks a little funny, but it doesn't really look like cancer to me. So we'll just wait for the biopsy to come back. And the next day, my husband and I were in the car on the way to my work Christmas party. And I got a call from the GI doc saying that my biopsy was positive. So started down my whole path of treatment. Since I am a healthcare provider and worked in it, I had great people to talk to. So my oncologist was someone that I have worked with for the past 20 years. And so it was as good of an experience as you could have.
Absolutely. Well, thinking back before your diagnosis, can you share what, if anything, made you or others, hesitating getting screened for colorectal cancer?
I think it's probably mostly a lot of the same things for people of our age. We're busy with careers. We have kids that are probably young adults or late teens. And so they've got a million things going on. And just the fact that you have to set aside 2 days for it, 1 day for the prep and then a day for the procedure, just kind of makes people think, I can do it later. I've got so much stuff to do right now. I'll put it off until later. And so that's what I did, because the guidelines did change a couple of years before I got mine done. So I could have had it done at any time. But it was just one of those things. Okay, I have to do it. I need to get it done now. So it was just that making the time to do it.
All right. Well, is there anything else you wanted to add, Rachael?
It's an easy procedure. They put you to sleep. You don't remember it. If you're really squeamish about having a colonoscopy, then, have a Cologuard done, have a fecal occult stool blood test done. It's just so important, because it's one of the 2 cancers that we have out there that we can actually prevent if we get in there and get those precancerous cells treated.
All right. Very good. Well, that was Rachael. She is a rural cancer survivor from Nebraska when she was diagnosed at the age of 50 with colorectal cancer. If you want to learn more about colorectal cancer and screenings and all the information about it, you can go to necancer.org/colorectal cancer. I'm Ellen Simmons for the Rural Radio Network.